Hey everybody, I wanted to touch base as we're getting ready to go into the fall semester and go over what our projects are looking like, make sure everybody knows what's coming, and cover Pride as well. So I know that people have been a little hit or miss with some of the videos recently, but this one's very important. It's probably going to be a little longer than usual, but please stick with me. Watch the entire video. It's going to be important. So let's get started. First off, we got Pride coming up. That is next Saturday. So we've got a little over a week, but that's a really big event for us. This is one where we always have a big tent. We have a lot going on. So just a general overview, we're going to have a double tent at Pride, and we are going to be doing a handful of things. So we'll have case managers there talking about services and what we do. We will have our Lube Cafe that we've been working on with our Pride team, as well as an ability for people to sign up for prep. We're also going to be selling t-shirts and a few other bits of swag at the event. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. This is one that I would like everybody to make it to. So if you haven't signed up for a shift, please make sure to do so. I edited the times a little bit, so make sure to double check those and that still works. So we're going to have a t-shirt available for all the interns. I would like everybody to be wearing their Spectrum t-shirt at the event. So please come prepared for that, whether that means you wear a tank top and you can put your shirt over it or prepared to change. But we're going to need all hands on deck. So I would like everyone, like I said, to at least take one shift. And mostly that's going to be helping run the Lube Cafe, getting those flavors out to people, promoting that, and making that a kick-ass fun event. So I'm excited to see everybody there. I should be there close to, if not the entire time. So it'll be a good chance to catch up, have some fun, some laughs, and see you all at one of the coolest events of the year. So let's get started on the projects. What do you need to know? What's going on? These are really a chance to get some real experience and develop some real product that you can show for yourself. We have 5 going on this fall. And all work done on this counts as hours if you need hours, whether that's for a grad school app or for your internship if you're doing that for a class project. This is what we'll be creating will be very useful for grad school or job resumes. One of our projects is going to be helping set that up to integrate that for people so that they can show that and have something tangible that they can show this is what I've created and developed as they move forward. They are largely remote, and besides our meetings, they will be done really on your time when it's convenient. So it makes it very easy to be able to work with, because after our meeting, we'll just have tasks that will be due by our next meeting. You do that via the computer whenever you have time. We will have deadlines. So I have that kind of attached, what our loose draft of deadlines look like. So you can take a look at that as well. And slots are first come, first serve. So this time I'm making it so we only have a certain amount of people that can be in each one. So make sure that if you are interested in any of these, I want you to DM me as soon as possible and reserve a spot. I will make updates when those get full. You can be a part of up to 2 projects. I don't want anybody on 3 because that's probably a bit much. And if you're a part of 2, make sure that you can really commit yourself to doing both. So let's go over what we got going on. The first is the Birds and the Bees production. So if you notice in some of the updates over the summer, we were writing and developing an educational series to help parents talk to their kids about sex. We have now just about completed that narrative. And so now we're going to turn that into development. So we will be producing, filming, and publishing this video series over the fall. This is going to be really geared towards anybody that's interested in like public health or health education. Kale, if you haven't met him, he'll be at Pride as well. He's my supervisor. He's executive director at Spectrum. He will be the one that is the face of this video series. We will be meeting once a week via Zoom. We'll be integrating this with social media. And there will be 2 open intern slots. So this one, you probably want to be a little bit more tech savvy if you're going to be a part of it. We're going to be looking at using iMovie and some editing software. We're going to be doing a lot of production, but this should be a really fun event. I'm very excited to see how this turns out. This is the first time we're doing the production like this, so there will be some trial and error with it. This will be one that will also be very easy to present in any way, because you can go, I worked on this video that's published here, and you can show that to potential employers, teachers, grad school, stuff like that. So next on our list, in that same vein, now that we're producing that one, we're going to start writing the next video series, which is going to be our high school educational series. This will probably be a 5-part series. We will be outlining, drafting, and writing that, as well as doing the research to back it up. And then we will be filming that in the next semester. We will be meeting weekly, yet again via Zoom. We will share files via Box, and we'll have a Box folder just for that team. This is great for those who have light research skills because it won't be very heavy research, but you need to be able to do some. But it'll be a lot of writing and editing. So anybody who has editing skills, writing skills, this will be a good one for you to be a part of. And there will be 3 slots for this one. So I'm very excited to get started on this. And I think that we can really broaden what we bring into the high school classroom with this series. Next, we got World AIDS Day. So that's an event that is a national event every December 1st. We're still working on what the exact date for that will be. November 30th looks like probably the most promising for the event itself. And for us, the event historically is a rather somber one. Over the last few years, we've tried to switch that. We want it to be more about celebrating life. It's about celebrating those that are living with HIV. So we usually do music. We have a few live bands. We have a drag show. And it's meant to be fun and for the community. It will be a really fun one to be a part of. Anybody who likes event planning or thinks in that way or is interested in community outreach, this is a very good event to be a part of. There will be 2 open slots for this one. Next, we've got qualitative research. So this is probably the most intense project on here. So I've been working with researchers from the University of Missouri for the last couple of years. This is going to be the creation of a publishable research paper on interviews done with HIV positive individuals. So we've been doing retrospective research, talking to people about what could have helped in terms of prevention prior to their diagnosis. I will be presenting our research thus far this November at the American Public Health Association conference. To do this, you need some experience with research. You need to understand how research papers are written, some concept of social research. I will definitely be taking the lead on this, but people will have a lot of opportunity to help write, draft, edit, stuff like that. And we will also be identifying journals, and this one, the goal will be to send it off for publication by the end of the year. Depending on the level of work, if somebody's really committed and very much a part of this one and doing lots of work, I am open to offering authorship on that. So there is a potential to get your name on that paper. We will be doing weekly meetings like everything else. This is also 3 open slots, but whoever's involved needs to be committed. Like I said, this is a more intensive one, but the rewards and the experience are more intensive as well. This will be very good for any grad school application, especially if a program has any level of research involved. To be able to say that you are involved with that is a very big deal. So moving on, we are going to develop a LinkedIn training series. So part of this is along the lines of we're doing all these projects. I want interns to be able to show that off to potential employers as they start wrapping up their education. We're going to be developing an in-house training for our intern community. We're going to do a mini video series. This is going to be a bit of a lighter project, but we're looking at teaching people how to set up a profile, how to connect with Spectrum, how to be active on LinkedIn, and how to tag these projects to be able to show their experience. This would be very easy to present as a course project. Weekly meetings as well. I'm looking for 2 open slots for this one. So here I've got just a light outline. Feel free to pause the video and look over this. This is largely kind of how I'm wanting things to roll out. This is subject to change, but this is just my initial outline of how the project's going to go. As you can see, everything will be wrapped up by December 20th, and then we'll be closing all of these project groups as we move and start preparing for the spring semester with everybody. So take your time, look at these. I would like the project groups to be completely set up by next Friday. So make sure you DM me before then. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to working with everybody coming into the next semester. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, shoot me a message. We can have a Zoom meeting. I'm really excited to get this going. It's been really fun working with everybody over the summer. Have a great week, and I will catch up with you all soon.